Well, heading back out here to work on this. I took that rubber mallet. You would not believe how weak those welds were where the guy added on those brackets. Now, I was tempted to keep those to weld a form of a roll cage to it, but decided no, that is not going to work. So, well, so that flap there, I'm actually tempted to go from across here all the way across the engine, because that got very dusty real quick, and it's not oil filled or anything. Should be, maybe. I gotta peek under there and see if there's paper, but this is starting to degrade, you could say. So I might just take an old sour cream container and double nut it just on top to keep the rain off it. I have been putting a bag over top it, which are actually slowly flying away there. But, well, I'm going to probably take out the air chisel and knock off the rest of these guys here. I thought that was a piece of it. That's tin. But change the starter rope on it. The old one was pretty shot. So just got to cut that down. Oh, she didn't start. I don't want to try to starting it too much. I still got a vice grips close to that sprocket there, so need to adjust the carb a little bit. Brand new carbs, normally they're pretty close, but shit happens. That should work. Just try it by hand first. Okay, so I cut off all those ends, give them a quick grind. All I had was green paint. I know. Sitting with this, took that nut off that was there. Quickly put together a belt guard. Little paint drizzles on there. But I mean, it's solid. I left room to be able to move the engine side to side. It's not bolted up here yet. I don't think I'll need to. Seat's just sitting there drying. Ground these guys off here. Don't have a kill switch yet, but I mean, that works. Temporary, you know. Change the recoil direction here, so it's just there. But you know what I mean. Other than that, still got to do something with that air filter. I did start grinding some of the welds down there, but kind of gave up on that. But tires are all inflated properly. A little bit low, you know, sand, but just waiting to figure out how to mount the seat. I did do some grinding. It fits in very nicely. So, and I just seen Seda running outside out of her pen. No big deal. Well, we're off to go give it a little bit of more of a test here. Just getting some fuel Z's for her and see what happens. Well, just picked up some better fuel for this thing. Instead of regular, some ethanol free stuff, but the test drive went awesome. A little bit of dust on her. Seat's still not bolted in, but you can see I recessed in the panels there to drop in. So I'm going to use some stove bolts, one here, one there. I'm going to push these down. I wish I had a torch here, make it a bit better. Master cylinder's still leaking a bit, but other than that, seems to be running awesome now. And I jinx it. Hubby wants to choke. A little bit tricky. Half choke. It idles very low until it's warm. I'm not going to worry about it. I know it'll go, but it's a little dusty there. I'm going to have to oil that filter for sure. But I picked up some black spray paint. I just used that green stuff as a primer because I had it. I mean, it works. But just going to put a bag over top the air filter for now, and because we're going to get some rain. And other than that, I'm going to work on mowing out that section there and the back section, and decide where I want to put the garage / shop. Well, the old fridge couldn't last, what, 2 weeks? I have a replacement coming 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks from now. So it just leaked all the Freon out of it. That's why it stopped working. Compressor wouldn't turn on. But just going to touch up the frame rails. I'm thinking I'm going to leave the seat green, but I'm going to remove it. It's not even bolted on yet. Yeah, that's all dry enough. Remove it temporary here. And the back of it I should actually paint black. But I just want to touch up spots like down there. And that's about it. This is going to stay this color. A couple bubbles in there, but I mean, for a belt guard that literally, I didn't even have to cut that. Well, I cut right there, I guess, but that length of it was perfect. I couldn't ask for any more. It's just a scrap piece that I brought. Okay, well, I'm going to shake this for a good few minutes and give it a quick touch up. Well, it's Sunday night. My old fridge that I knew was on its way out for 3 years, but, you know, I kept on keeping it going. I gave up. Kind of took an axe to it in a few spots. Completely out of Freon. So, I mean, I had the stuff, I had the tanks, everything to fill it up. I'm just tired of dealing with it. And it leaking all the time. I know I could get patch kits, but you guys want an update on this thing, I guess? Just had it out for one hell of a shit kick. Girlfriend's, her son driving it. As you guys know, I gave it a quick paint job. It looks like it already got a little scratched up there. But, you know, it's going good. I mean, really good. And it's very hard to drive out here. Hey, you did get a little bit of a scratch on the front there. But taking it, whipping down the trails. Look how low it is. It's literally touching the sand right now. So the engine, I still don't have a kill switch on it. So, you know, temporary shutoffs. I think I mentioned this. I already cut these down here. I just did a quick job on them. So, still a little bit warm. Been off now for a while. The belt. So you can see the belt there. It's actually not doing that bad. So, yeah, it's not rubbing too bad on there. Just trying to get a better look at it here. No. Let's see. Can I even see up in there? It's just right at the edge there, but it's not too bad. I can see it is rubbing a little bit there. I mean, it's not wearing down any. So you see one spot where a stick went in there, but I mean the belt itself, you don't even feel that. Yeah, it's still nice and smooth on that side. No, maybe the throttle is sticking a little bit. No. Yeah, that's all it has there. It needs a little bit of work done to it still. The brakes, they're holding up good. Again, they are seeping a little bit. You guys can see that top cap isn't the right one for it, but the threads are not stripped. I just need a better bolt. I just got it Tefloned in place, but other than that, it runs good. What do you guys think? Do I list it for sale, or do I pull that engine off and maybe put something a little bit bigger? And I'd probably get rid of that belt clutch setup, spin the axle so it's on the bottom, give me just a bit more ground clearance, because the back, no ground clearance. The front has a couple inches, so the front I wouldn't have to adjust. But the back definitely, in my opinion, is a little too low. As for other projects around here, I just had a little bit of time, started cleaning out this area here, planning to build another shed in there. But now I got to decide to take down that tree, or go this way, or take down these shrubs here and go lengthwise. But for me painting it, as for those guys, I did not even look at them, didn't even touch them, did nothing to the Honda Odysseys yet. But such a nice weekend, and it's over, so I'm just going to change some of this stuff up here and go from there. Fun, 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 fun. Well, just playing around with the idea of running this guy off solar here. A little pump for the pool, because as you can see, there's floaties in it and bugs in it. Surprised that thing go flying away, but it's running it off an APC battery here, plugged right into the cord. And to a 100-watt power inverter, the pump only draws 0.6 of an amp. So this thing will put out 0.7 of an amp. So it's going to be a pretty good load for it. But this battery is only about 75% charged. No idea on the amp hours, but I'm going to guess that's at least 5 amp hour. Could be 7. APC battery. The idea is to run a 7-watt solar panel. And when the battery gets up to voltage, it'll turn on the pump. I got the charge controller all ready to do that. Those guys are still alive. I dislike them. I actually meant to throw them out of there, but they tend to climb. So yep. What I mean about climbing? They stick to everything like glue. Get off. There you go. The other one's way over here. But I'm just kind of getting an idea of run time. Once that battery's charged, I'm going to guess it's going to run it for a little bit of time. Probably, I'm hoping for at least an hour, but I did not just kill that bug. Or did I? Dead. Well, we'll see what happens. Super windy day out. This trail already has to be cut. But the other idea for a garage I was thinking, or I say garage, but a small workshop, was right in this area here. You see it's already cut out at about maybe 25 by 30 space cut in there. So that's another option. This is just behind the pool over here. There would be a stump to have to be removed. The other option was maybe back there. The only problem is expensive to trench wire unless I run a solar system, which, I mean, that's not too big of a deal. I get that stuff for little to no money, you could say. This thing's going nice still. And just kind of getting my ideas. I was even thinking right back in this area, but I still think best spot's going to be right over there. Well, that is one way to unintentionally catch a bunch of beetles that came into here. Leave them right underneath the light, and they just drop right in.
Ooh, look at that pretty moth.
Yeah, it's pretty. Little white one. Well.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh. So I just ran the pool pump off here for a while. This was only a 7-watt, so it's not quite enough to power it. I got a 40-watt panel, but the whole point is it only has to be turned on. The battery lasts us maybe an hour. I never watched it. But it shuts off, I think it was 11 point something volts, so it's actually just above that now because it's, you know, no load on it. But that should charge it back up. If I set it on a proper system, it should turn on 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 or 3 times per day and run for about an hour every time. Should work out pretty good. I'll probably go to a bigger battery. And I'm not sure if you guys see that, but up there, that's what my go-kart used to look like. And just decided to order my dad one of these natural cats for his Father's Day present. And man, are they a nice unit. So, of course, I have used them quite a bit. And this one he's going to be taking to his work. Got it from Amazon, so just pulled it out of the box and make sure everything's good on it. And man, it is awesome looking. So why did you need a new gun?
Me broke it.
And how long did you use that one for? I gave it to you and you broke it in what, 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days. That gun was 10 years old. 10 years old. You bring it to work, in 3 days you shatter it.
Yep.
You'll probably do the same thing to the new
I'm
one.
going to order a new case for it, though, because it's just a case that's broke.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I can get another case for it.
Well, hopefully. Right, Poodle? The 5-minute mark on the video, it stopped it. I didn't even realize that. I forgot it's only records up to 5. Oh, there he goes.